I'm Andy Chanley from 88.5 FM. Welcome to the 88.5 live session with Black Pumas, brought to you by AKG. I actually have the distinction of hosting the last live session at our actual studios at 88.5 FM back March 9th. And 5 months later, we return with what I feel great about calling the next 88.5 live session with Black Pumas. I'm joined by Eric Burton and also Adrian Casada. Hello, guys.
Hey,
Hey
what's
there,
up,
how's
man?
it going?
Doing very well. Thanks for being here today for this. Appreciate you coming out for it, or being where you are for it, joining me for this. The debut album, Black Pumas, came out last year on ATO Records, and you've heard Black Moon Rising, Colors, and Fire on 88.5 over the last year. I'm talking to you both in Austin, Texas, while I'm here in Los Angeles. But Eric, you're actually a Valley kid, aren't you, Eric?
I am, yeah. I was born in the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles, California, and grew up between there and, kind of the inner city of Los Angeles, California. Between, South Central and Santa Monica, and, kind of moved around a bit, so, yeah.
But now you just relocated, permanently to Austin?
Yeah, actually, I've been looking at buying a house here, man. I've been here for long enough, and I've connected with the right people to make that move. And the times are very precarious, and I'm in a position to really get rooted. So that's been a focus for sure.
Adrian, you have a reputation that precedes Black Pumas. You have a Grammy on your mantle from Grupo Fantasma, and so I'm curious, how did you hook up with Eric to form a psychedelic soul band?
A mutual friend introduced us in 2017, right? Or 18?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
Mutual friend, who a producer friend of mine who actually lives around the corner from me, and Eric and him had worked on some songs, and he just connected us. We just started collaborating in the studio for fun. We would just kind of do a song here and there and trade ideas, and we didn't really have the intention to start a band at first. I know Eric was kind of working on his own studio at his place, and he was also collaborating with other producers. So initially it just started as a fun collaboration, but as we gained momentum and you mentioned psychedelic soul and all that, we didn't even really have to discuss. It was just a symbiotic relationship where, like, musically everything we were doing was just like sticking. So that's what kind of gave us the momentum to decide to actually make it an official thing.
I read somewhere, Eric, that you didn't immediately return Adrian's phone call.
Oh yeah, embarrassingly so. I mean, this guy is worthy to be hit up right on the spot. And at the time, I was just trying to conceptualize a solo album with some of the songs that you hear on the, pretty much all the lyrics and the melodies that you hear on this album that we eventually integrated to, make the Black Pumas. I was trying to conceptualize a solo album, and at the time I had people reaching out, and I was just kind of on a warpath to do my own thing until I looked up Adrian's, his history in the music industry, and I said, hey, man, I got to hit this guy back. And I'm glad that I did. He's amazing. So, yeah.
Yeah, good idea. All right, well, the difference between this and a here at home session that we've been doing lately is we actually are going to get a couple of songs out of these guys. They've been nice enough to come together and perform for us. So the first one is going to be track 8 off of the Black Pumas album. The song is Confines, the Black Pumas on 88.5 FM.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is EQ of the Black Pumas. That's Eric Burton and Adrian Casada.
Thank y'all for joining us. Shout out to our friends at KCSN and Harman Kardon and AKG.
Hope you guys dig it. Thank you.
Life is just, life is keen. I put in work, do my thing to keep you merrily on the scene. Keep you merrily on the scene. Take me far, make me wise, says the mind unto the heart, babe. Keep me merrily on the scene, merrily on the scene. 'Cause in life's confines I try. In life's confines I try to let my soul refine. But never mind how fast you go, we all shine, then burn over like the stars in the night. So cast a dream and watch it glide to keep you merrily on the scene. Keep you merrily on the scene. 'Cause in life's confines I try to let my soul refine. And if this light should burn out, may we carry on, child, gently down the stream. Let it carry on gently. Come on now. Confines I try. Listen, in life's confines I try to let my soul refine. Come on. When your love burns down, it never does. Love, 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 love. Do what the lovers do. Oh, I got the jam, yes sir, just like the lovers do. Till you can't go on no longer, yes sir, just like the lovers do. Just till you feel a little strong, yes sir, just do what the lovers do, yeah. Gotta love, 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 like the lovers do. Come on, let's jam like the lovers do, baby. All night long, sing that song, let it lead you back home. Sing along, darling, the river band will bring you round. A strong hand, brother, lasting arms, just like the lovers do. Do what the lovers do, what the lovers do. Yeah, right on. Till we got to settle down in life's confines. I try. In life's confines, I try to let my soul refine.
That was Confines from the Black Pumas, and this is an 88.5 live session with the Black Pumas, brought to you by AKG. I'm Andy Chanley with Eric Burton and Adrian Casada here at the band. Okay, so going through this last year, you guys, you win Best New Artist at South by Southwest 2019. Then you're nominated by the Grammy folks for Best New Artist. And I usually think that the phrase, you know, it's just an honor to be nominated is something that people say to be nice. But this one category, I've said this for a long time, this is a category where the Grammy is that way. You have to be pretty chuffed to get that kind of recognition right out of the gate.
Yeah, one thing that our agent said when we lost, you know, the competition to actually be rewarded the Grammy, one of the agents said, you know, it's kind of, you know, he was probably just trying to cheer us up, but he was saying like it's kind of a curse to win the Best New Artist Grammy anyway. But you know, obviously we were absolutely honored to, you know, be nominated and acknowledged in such a, you know, just an honorable, you know, as part of an honorable academy. So, you know, I mean, I guess Adrian can speak for himself, but this is the first time that I was nominated, and it's given me the confidence to do what we've been doing in this crazy time that we can't perform as much as we, you know, miss doing, and just trying to accomplish getting some of the new material done. And we've got quite a few new ideas that we've been working on, and to conclude, I feel like this record is going to be really amazing for the fact that we've gotten to know each other a little better, and our styles and souls have been integrated a bit more, that we know each other just generally. So yeah, it feels good, man. It feels great. I don't mind losing. It's just nice to, you know, be nominated and in the conversation.
Yeah, the list of people who were runners up in that category is a who's who of modern music. So you can't feel too bad about that. But do go ahead and talk about the disappointment a little bit. I mean, this is, you know, this last year is your coming out party, critically acclaimed album. You get the Grammy nod, and then COVID-19 comes in and shuts everything down. There's no touring, no TV shows, no nothing. You're gonna Zoom with Andy Chanley, and and you'll like it, pal. You know, it has to be a bummer. How have you been dealing with that emotionally?
You know, I'll speak for myself first on this. Is like, I'm like I was telling you, Andy, when we first got on the call. I mean, I'm lucky that I have a place to work on some music here. So the best thing for me to take my mind off things, you know, is just staying creative in here, and you know, it's whether it's just like practicing some guitar for the day or some drums for the day. I've been trying to be better about disciplining myself to do that, you know, because the creativity doesn't always come every single day in the form of a you know, a song or a track or a whatever idea. So sometimes just finding that discipline to kind of like do something every day to get my brain going and still get better at this has been one way to just, because yeah, there's days that are heavy, you know, there's days where both Eric and I are thankful that we get to be, you know, it was a whirlwind year, you know, we were on tour for like a whole year. So it was like, it's nice to be home and catch a break and take it all in, well, everything that's happened, and then have time to create new music. But you know, there are days that are certainly heavy, man. I just had a heavy weekend, and the best thing to do then is to you know, get my mind off of it. And my favorite thing to do to get my mind off things is music. So
Yeah, you know, when U2 won just a wagon load of Grammys a decade or so ago, I remember Bono saying something from the dais. He said, you know, sometimes it's being with a band for 40 years and knowing each other. Sometimes it's just being there when God walks through the room. And I took that as more of a secular thing to say, in that, you know, if you're a writer and you've got a pen in your hand and it's poised right above a piece of paper, you're in a much better position to write something inspired than somebody who just never picks up the pen at all. So yeah, being in the studio there and getting together and working on the craft is half the battle. But it, you know, like Hemingway said, the hardest part of writing is getting your butt in the seat. So
yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
it made me think of another, sorry to cut you off, but a quote that a friend of mine used to have on his emails that just hit me on a bike ride the other day. Chance favors the intrepid.
I like that.
Which he had on all his emails. And I finally wrapped my brain around it the other day on a bike ride. I was like, oh shit, okay, yeah.
It's got a good ring to it.
Yeah.
Well, let's get another song out of you guys. We're going to hear the first track on the LP and the first track that you heard on 88.5 FM over a year ago. From the Black Pumas, this is Black Moon Rising. It's an 88.5 live session with the Black Pumas, brought to you by AKG.
Under the raging sun's open fire. Ain't nothing new. We all have desires. I want you to be my woman, babe. Every time you get dressed in black, you give a grown man a heart attack. I pray that good Lord will bring you back. You're my sunshine. Shoot me down and break my heart. It's the black moon rising. Oh, brave the side, I paint the picture of the black moon rising cruise. Oh, all she wants to do is cruise. Right on, baby. And I ain't got nothing to do now with the black moon rising cruise. Oh, what's going on? It's the same old thing, just a different season. 100 years. And the only time you get dressed in black, taking flight, baby, count you down. The only way all around the town, black moon rising above the clouds. You're my sunshine. Shoot me down and break my heart. It's the black moon rising. You brave the side, I paint the picture of the black moon rising cruise. Oh, all she wants to do is cruise. Yep, right on, baby. And I ain't got nothing to do now. The black moon rising cruise. Oh, shoot me down and break my heart. It's the black moon rising. Oh, you brave the side, I paint the picture of the black moon rising cruise. Oh, and all you wanna do is cruise.
Black Moon Rising. That's the track that first got them noticed. Black Pumas, we're talking to Eric Burton and Adrian Casada right now in Austin, Texas. I'm Andy Chanley in Los Angeles. Guys, I did a little bit of research. I hate to put you on the spot, and I don't mean to embarrass you, but I learned some things. The puma is a cat of the family Felidae, also known as mountain lion or cougar. They range in color from brownish yellow to grayish red. There are no black pumas. I hate to break it to you. This is from Wikipedia. It's the final word on the subject.
I know we just changed the name after you said that. That was part of the allure of the name was, not being too literal with anything. And, at first we liked a little bit of, there was an air of mystery to the music. I think, part of Eric's, part of Eric's lyricism and all that, there's a little bit of mystique to it. And I was kind of crafting that with, sound wise, production wise. So I think there was just a little bit of a mystery to it. So we were aware of the no such thing as a black puma. That would actually be a panther.
That's right. There you go.
But now you know too.
I know too. Let's talk about color though for just a second. The lyrics of the third song that we're going to hear, Colors, says, "It's a good day to be, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors, my sisters and my brothers. They see them like no other, all my favorite colors." First of all, every time I see the song title Colors, I think of Ice-T. Colors. But a song named Colors from a band with people of color makes me think that there has to be subtext there.
Oh yeah, there's most definitely some subtext to that. And if you can still hear me, it has nothing to do with the color of my skin or anyone else's, walk of life in the band at all. It just so happened that during these times, it just kind of made sense at face value to that degree. When I wrote that song, I might have been leading praise and worship at a Presbyterian church, and the theme behind the song, basically comes from, trying to find my truth. My truth. As I reflect on everyone else, that doesn't make it an exclusive thing that as you see in institutionalized religion, it's just kind of I'm just trying to bring people together basically. I don't, there's not any subtext to that. It's just people are adding their own meaning, and I appreciate that, and I think that it's worthy to be acknowledged, how people are perceiving the song. But to be honest, I wasn't thinking of race or creed or culture when I wrote the song at all.
In a larger sense, then, with what's transpired over the last year, in regard to racial injustice, I remember talking to Gary Clark Jr., for example, last year, thinking his album with its topical content and how much of the day it was, and we had no idea what the next year would hold. It's kind of impossible to ignore the import of the moment and not notice these illusions in art when they're made, and how, even if it's just by chance, how it kind of is the soundtrack for what's going on in the world.
I know that all my favorite colors, Colors, the song is kind of being placed in this position to speak for a group of people and reflection to the whole. And I just wanted to clarify that when I wrote the song, it wasn't about black or white or yellow or brown. I was leading praise and worship at a Presbyterian church, and I was just kind of singing to my truth as it pertained to not being exclusive about the kingdom of God, really. Everyone's invited to the party kind of a vibe. So anyway, I just wanted to clarify that, because I know that different publications are kind of, trying to, we're being used to kind of speak to the times and what's going on. But I just wanted to be clear that I wasn't thinking about race or creed or culture in writing that song, yet am very grateful that people have been able to, you know, kind of utilize the song to speak to that for themselves and, you know, to the whole. So I'm glad it's being like heard in the way that it is, but it didn't come from where everyone is kind of trying to direct it to have been.
Well, definitely music has a power to unite, and I think that that's part of the recipe for healing in all of our communities. So let's play this last song that we've been talking about. This is Colors. You're listening to the Black Pumas on an 88.5 Live, brought to you by AKG.
I woke up to the morning sky first, baby blue, just like we rehearsed. When I get up off this ground, I shake leaves back down to the brown, 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 till I'm clean. Then I walk where I'll be shaded by the trees, by a meadow of green, for about a mile. I'm headed to town, town, town in style, with all my favorite colors, all my favorite colors, right on. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. Oh, my favorite color. So good day to be, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors, colors. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors. I'm on the other side where the baby blues birds fly, and gray clouds, white walls, blue skies. We gon' fly, feel alright. Help me feel alright. We gon' move, yeah. They sound like yeah. The least I can say, I anticipate the homecoming parade is peeping a gate in the morning, sweet morning, with all my favorite colors, yes sir. All my favorite colors, right on. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors. So good day to be, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors, colors. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors. Go home, no sir, closer, lovely. Hear what it sounds like. Getting closer, baby. with the baby blues, birds fly. I can see them fly. And great clouds, red walls, blue skies. We gon' fly, feel alright. Help me feel alright. Now we gon' move, yeah. They sound like yeah. The least I can tell, anticipate a homecoming parade is beeping again in the morning, sweet morning, light on, with all my favorite colors, darling. All my favorite colors, right on. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors. It's a good day, baby. A good day for me. A good day to see my favorite colors. Colors. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors.
That's Colors by Black Pumas. It's on their debut album, Black Pumas, and just came out this last year. We've been playing Black Moon Rising, Fire and Colors on 88.5 FM. Thank you so much to Adrian Casada and to Eric Burton for joining us today from Austin for this. It's been great to get to know you guys just a little bit. And in better times, let's have you out to the studio in Los Angeles so we can do all this in person.
Thank you,
Sure.
Andy.
Thanks, Andy.
All right, you guys. This is 88.5 Live. Black Pumas brought to you by AKG.